Hi, my name is Sarah, and this is my channel where I yap incessantly. So, I want to talk about something that happened a week ago, and I was thinking about it, and I thought, I think this opens up a great conversation about accountability and self respect. I had a friend come over, I think last week, and we were talking about relationships, not just intimate relationships, but also family dynamics, friendships. And she was telling me about some of her past relationships, and I was listening. She's telling me how terribly she had been treated in all of her past relationships. And I was deeply empathetic. And yes, people are horrible and they do repulsive things. But as I continued listening to these stories, something clicked for me and I recognized a pattern. I said to her, "Do you realize all of your stories are connected? There is a pattern." And she was sort of dumbfounded and she was like, "What are you talking about?" So I asked her gently, "Do you think perhaps by staying in those situations, you were also allowing that mistreatment?" And obviously, she got very, very defensive, which I understand because honestly, that's a hard question. And accountability is uncomfortable. It really is. And as I sat there trying to explain to her, and obviously failing, um, I thought to myself, this is where self awareness and self respect comes in. It matters because self respect begins not when we demand better from others, but when we demand better from ourselves. So, as I explained that to her, I couldn't help but go back to my own childhood, to my baby self, because even as a kid, I always stood up for myself. It was hard, sure, because grown adults were beefing with me, whether it was my parents or teachers or just people and within the family. And I thought, this is so strange. I'm literally a child. Why are you beefing with a 7-year old? And as I got older, it continued. You see, I was raised to be this proper princess, impeccable manners, very polite, always be super sweet. And the moment I defended myself, I was a problem. The adults in my life, or even outside, they would flip. They would say, "You cannot talk to me like that," and and that was really strange because they were talking to me like absolute trash. And I was confused. And then I understood adults don't like it when you don't let them disrespect you. You already know this. This is the culture. Adults can say whatever they want. They can belittle you, they can disrespect you, but if you respond, you are rude, rebellious, terribly raised. It's truly wild if you think about it. Like if you sit down and think about your childhood and you think about how some of these adults were behaving and how they were talking to you. I actually think a lot about my childhood, how different I was than my siblings. I think a lot about how my sister, who's older than me, wouldn't talk back. My brother wouldn't either. They accepted whatever was going on. They stayed quiet, they swallowed it, they let it slide. But me, I was different. I couldn't. I always defended myself. I would say, if you don't want me to talk to you like that, what gives you the right to talk to me that way? So simple, yet so triggering. Because the truth is, horrible people don't like mirrors. They don't want accountability. They want respect without giving it. They want silence when they overstep. And the difference in me, even in childhood, created tension between me and my siblings. They probably resented me. They might still do. Not because I was wrong, but because I did what they couldn't. I didn't just talk the talk, I walked it. And when you walk in self respect, people who don't feel exposed. It's like I shine so bright, it highlights insecurities. Because you see, I am a mirror, and mirrors make people uncomfortable. Not because you're hurting them, but because you're showing them what they are too scared to face in themselves. But here's what I realized growing up, that conditioning we learn in childhood, the whole respect your elders, no matter what, stay quiet, don't talk back, ever. If you don't break it, you carry it into adulthood. And suddenly it's not just about the people in your family anymore. It shows up in your relationships, friendships, career. And that is why so many people struggle with self respect because they were taught respect is one sided or you have to earn it. You've heard that. It's like give, 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 and never ask if it's being given back. And accountability? Oh, you can just forget about that. Most adults have never held themselves accountable. So, how are we supposed to learn it? I think self respect without accountability is just ego. Okay, let's talk about how many times you may have allowed people to disrespect you simply by not respecting yourself enough to walk away the first time they were horrible to you? Think about that. No, no, I'm not saying it's your fault. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is hold yourself accountable for what you tolerated. Self respect isn't proven when things are good, it's proven the moment somebody crosses a line and you either stand on your boundary or you betray yourself. It's easy to say, oh, they disrespected me. It's harder to ask, did I respect myself enough to walk away? Because tell me, why are you rewarding bad behavior by sticking around? Because now they believe that because you've stuck around, it's okay to behave like that. Whether it's your personal relationships within your family, friendships, or intimate relationships. As a kid, I didn't have the power to walk away. But as an adult, that's on me. And this is where accountability comes in. It's not pretty, it's humbling. But it's the only way your self respect becomes real. Most people avoid accountability because it hurts, it shatters the ego. But accountability is what makes self respect stick. Otherwise, you're just performing it, posting about boundaries on Insta, talking about cutting people off, calling it growth. But let's be real, a boundary is not a punishment, it's protection. And it only works if you're protecting yourself first. You teach people how to treat you. If you're not practicing accountability, you're not growing. You're just rearranging furniture in a house you refuse to clean. And sooner or later, the filth is going to catch up. Okay, I think I'm going to go get coffee now. Um, it's still raining, but I think I'm going to go. Okay, bye bye. Mwah.